original schedule I had.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
it's 8:15.
Oh, okay. And, you know, I didn't look at that on the info site. Oh man, okay. Well,
We got 20, we got 20,
oh yeah, I'm free.
27 minutes.
Oh, cool, cool. Okay. Yeah, and then like nobody was serious. Oh, it's 8:15. Oh, geez. I mean, that's usually what it
No,
is.
no, it's 8:30. Well, yeah, I'll check.
It used to be
All right,
8:30.
we have a game tonight and tomorrow. One's 8:15. I'll put it. I think.
Saturday.
Yeah, I think tonight's 8:15. 8:15. Yeah, maybe when it first came out, they really didn't know which teams the girls were going to play.
Yeah. Last time. Last time there. That's
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I mean, there's no instruction manual. It's just tracer stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like all of a sudden it goes, oh, and you're cruising
And
along.
every week it's different too.
Yeah. Oh, I can only imagine. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh man, so I'm super early. Because you know, I can walk past the
Yeah.
and so I've got I have guys doing games from Denver. They're 8:15, and the dog donuts are going to start at 8. Because they've already seen posts of the race. Nice. It's better than ever. Which I've had happening. And then and then COVID time. Some guys are strict, sometimes not. When they first started letting people back in, like 25 aside,
Yeah.
and then, okay, I'd be like, okay, I'm just gonna go, like, walk in all this stuff. So you just go in. It's like already 50 people in there. So if you go, I go in 20 minutes before, and now it looks like 20 minutes before.
Yeah. Spaghetti time. Yeah.
Yeah,
It takes
just
forever to set up that stuff.
yeah, and I mean I can do it pretty quickly,
I'm sure. Yeah. You got.
but still it's
Yeah.
oh like
On YouTube.
oh for Collins.
Yeah.
Oh cool, yeah, yeah. Yeah, because I could be up here for Andy down in Denver for Valor and then Vincent Vale, and I think Columbine is probably good as well. I don't have to see now, but yeah, and I mean yeah, people do that. Bring a generator or
Yeah.
inverter and a big TV in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
I think one time here, I think it was a Reds game, not Collins. Uh, they kind of like projected on the side
No,
of
it's
the
Collins.
building.
That's
Oh, was it
us.
Collins?
That was
Okay,
us.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Connected to the Wi-Fi and went out to YouTube and
Found it, and I know they used to put it in the on the restaurant TV.
yeah.
Oh,
And yeah, we had the setup, and
that's
some
awesome.
people came, I think guest friends or whatever, and they didn't know if restrictions were changed.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, because this was when like nobody was allowed to accept people. We're
Yeah.
honest parents.
Yeah, they let a couple of teams in. Okay, I thought it was Chris when I was up here last time, a couple weeks ago for our Reds game against Valor. They told the story, like a projection on the side.
They might have
And
done
so
it
he
too.
thought he had got the idea. And he said, oh yeah, the parents know each other and talk.
Welcome, Raider Nation. It's been a while, but we're back. You have myself, Ishmael, and we continue to bring back Gabby for whatever reason is. No, it's so much fun working with you. Great response from families near and far about how great you are, and I really appreciate you. I'm going to say you're a regular. You're one of us now.
Oh my gosh, well I appreciate it. I really do enjoy it.
So tonight we come to you from Fort Collins, Colorado, north of Denver. And if I get some feedback on our volume, we're getting notes from Mr. Shaw that we're a little low. So if you guys could send me a text, those who know my number. But we have a rematch. Fort Collins, we actually met them early in the year, September 3rd at the Twisted Wrister, which was kind of like an open tournament. Not that really the season, but the beginning of this club team season, and we ended up winning 4-3 with Ryan Miller in net. So a lot to look forward to. I'm sure there's going to be tons of changes on both teams. I'm excited to see Regis and what they can do after coming off 2 weeks of out-of-state hard play.
Yeah.
A full tournament in Omaha, which they won 4-0. Amazing tournament play. And then after that, Minnesota to Shattuck, where they learned a lot. So
They did learn a lot.
they learned a lot. So I'm excited to see what they do coming away from some great hockey, out-of-state hockey back home. So things to look out for is our offense. Let's see if we can get this offense fired up, keeping that foot on the gas pedal and push like we always do. But more importantly, let's see what our defense does. I feel like every time our defense steps up and does their job, we dominate. We dominate and we look very, very well. Our goalies look well, right? What makes a good goalie is a great defense. So I'm looking forward. All lines have looked great. I feel like we have four number one lines. No matter what coach lines up there or switches it out, I feel like they continue to show up, and that's part of that pressure they put on all teams. So hopefully we'll have a good turnout here.
Speaking of lines, this Beck, Manville, and Schick line. Beck and Manville have obviously been together for quite some time, but the addition of Schick on there has seemed to make quite a difference in the past few games that he's been playing with them as well. So
Absolutely. And then we got, I don't know if you were here, but we got Nico Pinero back. Nico has been amazing. He has stepped in there and hasn't skipped a beat. He looks great. What a great addition, which allows all lines to get even better having Nico back. So face-off center ice, and it does look like we have the Schick Beckville line up front. So Regis wins the face-off. Jape on the defense with Patterson as he dumps it to the red line. Fort Collins then battling it back in the neutral, gets it into their zone. But our pair and Jape is there to pick it up there quickly. Blue line, Jape to neutral. Loses the puck, gets it over to Manville. Manville back over to Jape deep in the corner. Jape resets, Manville dumps in. Trailered by Schick. And we're going to get our first icing as Fort Collins tries to get a pass across the blue line, but it gets through everybody.
Nice early control there by the Raiders. Won the face-off, obviously, and just good job maintaining control until that icing call.
You know, it's nice having back. He's pretty close to 100% on face-offs. It seems like he never misses a beat there. So now we have Nico Pinero, who's been back for a couple weeks, taking the face-off, gets it for Regis. Dump over the middle. Fort Collins gets in the way. Carter dumps it deep around the corner, backside to Haya. Haya takes a body, pushes Nico. Nico back to Carter. Carter dumps it around the cage to Peterson. Peterson centers it. Nico shot save high in the net. What a look from Peterson to backhand it. And Nico's just set with a ton of ice up in front.
This communication and awareness is, I think, something that makes our team so strong. Just kind of always being anywhere that a rebound could end up, getting those scoring opportunities that catch a goalie, catch a defense off guard. Obviously, that's what counts.
Oh, absolutely. And another great name to mention who has really been stepping up and playing well is number 55, Peterson. Just, man, you can see he's getting more and more comfortable, becoming a great skater, always involved as we see right here. And what a great shot from him. So here's Nico, high in the slot, shot off the stick. Deep down, he high recovers, gets it to Peterson. Peterson centers it over to Ihaya, nothing there. Nico tries to get up in there and loses it. Fort Collins stretches the ice over the red line, tips. Hernandez, who's in the pipes today. Nice little dump out. Center it from Fort Collins, nothing there as Regis steps in the way. Good defensive stop from Damrath. Williams jumping the puck, getting over to the blue line, putting some great pressure as he always does. Fort Collins comes center ice, gains the blue line. Big hit from Patterson as they lose the puck. Here comes Brenner. Miller over to Williams. Williams dumps it. Blackbat chasing it down around the cage and deep in the corner. Fort Collins trying to dig it out. Scrum near boards. Over the center, glove save from Brenner. Kind of lost sight of it here. Yeah. That far right corner, we're way up top, and it's kind of hard to see. So
we are, yes, but a good back check there by Patterson. It wasn't much of a hit, you know, nothing too rattling as far as Fort Collins player goes there, but it was just enough to kind of discombobulate him, get him off the puck, help the Raiders regain control and establish entry into their own zone.
So Brenner wins the face-off, puck comes out, so Regis has to touch up. They dump it back in deep. Blackbat putting pressure, trying to keep the eye in the cage. Patterson to the right. Williams to the left. Fort Collins goes neutral. Loses the puck, sends it. Miller chasing it down. Williams over the top. Patterson to the left. Here comes Ash. Stick in the way. They forced it up front, Fort Collins, but can't get a good look on it as it gets deep in the corner. Ash takes a big hit. Puck gets cleared blue line. Fort Collins keeps it in. Puck races around the cage. Miller backhands to Patterson. Patterson gets some hard pressure, gets a helmet into the boards, but he's back up. Deep in the boards for Patterson. Takes another big hit. Ash cleans it up. Fort Collins putting some great pressure right here as they're giving Regis a hard time. They keep it in. Soft shot from the blue line. Hernandez pad save near boards. 42 sends it over, D to D. Lie there, intercepts it. Ash picks it up. Looking. Ash gets it to neutral, but 26 there. Doesn't see Lie. Lie jumps a stick, goes and keeps it at neutral. Filler following it up. Puts a big hit from Filler. Pressure from Lie. Filler. Oh. And we have our first whistle of the night. I think it's on Beck. No, 42 for Fort Collins. I missed that one. Gets a slashing. So Regis is going to go up a man. 2-minute power play at 13-11 first period.
Yeah, I was going to mention at the beginning of this game, from what I remember last year, this Fort Collins team is very physical, especially against Regis. But yeah, we're starting to kind of see that come out as we get underway here.
Low in the slot, Beck takes a shot, goes high into the net, so we'll get another reset here. Yeah, Fort Collins is not a team to play with. Even with losing some big players, they're still going to be good. So once again, Beck wins the face-off for Regis. Centers it to Beck, shot, glove save, off the glove. Chases it down, but it comes way out to Hernandez. Hernandez sets it up for Peterson. Peter swings around, looks up, has Beck in front of it, decides to keep it, hand it off to Pinero. Pinero near boards, pushes it neutral. Schick gets hit. Peterson back to Manville. Manville dumps it over the center, bouncing glove. I don't even know if that was considered a shot. I think Manville just trying to set it, lob it over the center, and hopefully create something there.
Yes, if you kind of watch that play back, you can see Ann Beck more towards the far side boards as opposed to the near side where all the play is happening. Again, that anticipation, trying to be ready for anything that could come his way to set up a good, strong scoring opportunity there.
So Beck once again with the face-off win. Peterson blue line deflects the pass to Schick in the corner. Schick battles it out, loses control. Manville cleans it up. He's battling, loses the puck. Fort Collins comes away, neutral ice. Chips it in, trying to get it, but Nico jumps it with some speed. Beck, Peterson, they take it away easily as Fort Collins is racing back for a 2-man line change. Nice stretch of ice as it goes off the stick of Schick and bounces behind the cage. Manville scooping it up, can't get a handle on it. Fort Collins can't get it out. Back to Nico, blue line. Nico, Beck. Beck gets a stick on it from a Fort Collins player, and it gets loose near boards. Filler sends it around. Manville, Beck. Beck looking for Schick. Schick over there centering it. Oh, through the stick of Beck. Blue line, Pinero. Pinero low in the slot, left to right. Swings it near board. Schick, back to Pinero. Pinero loses the puck, and Fort Collins comes away with it, and they just send it to Hernandez. Pad save, near boards for Filler. Filler cleans it up, head up, looking for the pass as Regis comes back to spread the ice, and they do. Full strength for Fort Collins. Brenner, neutral, blue line, shot, loose up front. Glove on it, save. Whew, I did not expect that puck to come out like that.
I didn't either. It looked like he had a control on that rebound, but it kind of just slipped out from between his arm and his torso there, and Brenner, off his own shot, was trying to poke it in there.
Yeah, I like what Brenner did. He gets it to the neutral ice, gains the blue line, has tons of ice in front of it, take a couple of steps and take a shot. I like that.
Yeah, and before that shot, before Fort Collins kind of regained and dumped it in on Hernandez, Schick and Pinero trying to get something going.
Yeah.
They were working pretty well off of each other there.
I think Pinero is one of those players that you put him on any line and he just makes them better. He's a great hockey player. So puck gets dumped all the way around, near boards, Lai, Ash, Jape over the top, defending, gets through the blue line, comes all the way out. Zelo comes back, backhands it to Jape. Jape dumps it neutral, gets the stick of Lai. No icing, as they said it tipped a stick prior. I think it was Lai's. Fort Collins coming away with it, losing control neutral. Back to Ash. Ash tries to dump it in, but Fort Collins shuts the door. Fort Collins setting it up, going neutral. Gets through. Damrath chases it down. Settles it back in, stretches the ice. Fort Collins shuts the door, gains it, and offsides.
Good read there by number 21 for Fort Collins.
Yeah.
He could see that Damroth was trying to stretch the ice there, like you said, and able to just close off that lane, not let it enter his own zone, his own offensive zone.
Yeah, I think Damrath is just a half a second behind on that pass. So face-off win to Regis. Carter, D to D. And Damrath sends it all the way down. They said it came off a stick, so we're good to go. Williams in the corner. Blatbat over the side. Brenner to the right. Puck goes hard, far boards through the stick of Carter, and we have an icing. 9:43 first period.
We're just doing a really good job here of winning face-off. It seems they've won
Yeah.
quite a large majority, if not all of them. But
I'm not sure. I haven't counted, but I'm going to say we're at 100% right now. So once again, face-off win, Brenner for Regis. Brenner in the corner. Loses the puck. Fort Collins comes away with it near boards. Passes it to the center. Oh, ooh, what a close reset touch-up for Regis as they're putting quick pressure. Brenner, Williams, Blatbat battling it high in the slot. Goes blue line, gets the stick of Miller. And Regis is able to slow him down neutral and pushing it back. So they get a full line change here.
Brenner with a really nice back check there before he went off for his line change.
Right. Slow it down so we can get the players on and off. Shot from the blue line, easy save for Hernandez. Yeah, right. If you could throw a shot or a hit prior to the line change, make it happen. It'll slow down that offensive pressure and allow those lines to come on and off. So face off, stick side of Hernandez. And Regis continues to win the face off. Ihaya swinging hard and fast. Far boards, gets pinched. Pinero chips it. And it looks like Coach Ott gets a save.
Nice work there off the face-off from Ahaya. You know, he took it, like you said, swung around the net pretty hard there. just really doing everything he can to control the puck before it got tipped into the bench.
Yeah. I love his skating ability. So once again, Regis wins another face-off. Trying to get it neutral. Pinero pushes it, gets hit, stays with the puck. Loses it again. Fort Collins comes away with it, settles back for a reset. Pinero with pressure. Trying to go blue and high. It jumps it, gets a stick in the way, and keeps it in the zone for Regis. Fort Collins. Swinging it far forward through neutral. Zelo and Perrin Joppe, D to D. Joppe sends it, center ice. And they're going to wave off the icing as they got it just after the red line. It was Peterson. Here's Pinero. Good skating, handling right there. He high centers it to Peterson, gets through his feet, can't get a good look on it, and it goes neutral. Damrath settles back. Dumps it in. Peterson chasing it down behind the cage. Good grab and snag there. Back over the top to help. Fort Collins pushes it through near boards. Back Peterson, Manville over the center. Anticipating it. Good job for Manville. Here comes Beck. Beck pushing center. Loose up front. Save. A lot of traffic up front there.
Yes, there was. That's part of what I think makes Ian Beck such a unique player is that he really never gives up on anything, even if it looks like there's no angle, you know. He'll shoot it if that's his only option, try to get something going there, and a lot of the times for him it works.
Yeah, I think that's kind of his ability. He's two-faced, man. Shot save from the blue line from Carter, but he's that two-faced player. He charges the goalie a lot with a shot, and then at times he has Manville where he'll charge him and then dump it out for a shot from Manville. So that's Beck.
Yeah, and Manville's always anticipating that too. He always knows it's going to happen. He's
Great.
prepared for it, even if he looks like Beck's going to shoot it.
Yeah,
Manville's there.
Great dynamic duo. So Fort Collins gets in his zone, takes a shot off a Schick. No good look, and we got a big hit and a call as Carter takes a hard hit. So it's delayed penalty here. Hernandez is trying to race off, but Fort Collins is on the puck.
It's an interference call.
Yeah,
Carter drew
got
that
smashed.
penalty. He did, yes.
No puck anywhere near him, and he gets smashed. He got some damage up in Minnesota. As I'm getting pictures back, and he was stopping major shots, and Elijah sent me a picture. He's like, Dad, look at this, and I don't know how defenders can defend. I couldn't do it stepping in front of a puck, and he did a great job in Minnesota. So Fort Collins were their first face-off win, but they lose it quickly to Regis. Joppe to Filler. Filler shoots off 44, so they punch it in deep. There's a race. Hernandez resets in front of the cage. Joppe backhands it to Filler. Filler to Joppe. Joppe stretches off the stick of Filler, but it dumps over the center. Filler puts a stick in the way for a back check and takes the shot away from 44.
If 44 had shot that even a split second early, I think that would have been a lot more dangerous. He was right out front in the slot, high in the slot there between the circles.
Yep.
And he had a good chance, but he kind of needed to take a second to settle the puck, and with that time, Filler used it to get a stick on it to tip it out. So nothing to worry about there for Hernandez.
So here comes something shaking down. Schick off pad save as him and Manville come screaming across the blue line. Peterson foots the puck, but it goes neutral. Peterson to Beck. Beck says, hey, let's settle this down. Backshands it neutral. Fort Collins there to interrupt. Pinero. I love his stick work.
What a move by him.
Stick work is amazing, right? Oh, then we get a trip. There's a call for us right there, as we're going to put two players in the box.
5-on-3 for the next minute 7,
with
just about 6 minutes remaining in the first period.
With somebody's speed and stick handle, like we were mentioning, you try so hard to keep up with it, and you end up walking away with something like that, where you're reaching with your stick and you end up tripping.
It's hard to defend someone who's moving that fast and is that good with his hands and not take a penalty there.
22's fast amongst others. Pinero. I love having him here. It's been amazing.
From what I've seen so far in these 11 minutes, he's been very good.
So face off to Regis. Peterson to Pinero. Pinero take a shot, and it's off the stick of the Fort Collins goalie, number 31.
Shot through quite a bit of traffic there. Got tipped up into the net and on its way to the net.
So Regis again, Manville takes a blue line to Pinero, Pinero to Peterson. Peterson loses it, regains it, gets some pressure from Fort Collins, has to dump it around. Beck chasing it down to keep it in, and he can't, so we're gonna touch up quickly. Still 5-on-3 for 42 seconds. Beck pushes, blue line, swings right, round the cage, looking to center it. Schick, Peterson. Peterson shot, loose over the front. Manville can't find it, finally picks it up, over to Beck. Beck gets to the stick. Pinero, blue line. Peterson, D to D. Shot from Peterson off the stick of 19. Manville, you hear Coach Ott screaming, don't force it, set it up, right? Shot from Pinero off a defender. Near board, Peterson, blue line. Waiting, good patience for Peterson. And we got another call here.
Ott has gone with 5 forwards on this power play, if you've noticed. It was Peterson, Pinero, Schick, Beck, and Manville out there initially, and then when I think it was Pinero went off, we had Ihaya coming on. So 5 forwards on the 5-on-3. That'll neutralize a little bit with Manville going to the box.
So we're gonna get a penalty against Regis. Manville for interference as he puts a stick to the back of one of the players, trying to clear up front to get the pass. So we're back to a 4-on-3 shot, low in the slot. Waffle save from Hernandez. Now we're back to a 4-on-4 as Fort Collins gets a free man open. Here comes Brenner, neutral ice, loses the puck, but it still goes our way, so we have it on their zone. Fort Collins gets a stick on it, trying to clear it. They get some room, send it neutral and all the way in for an icing.
This 4-on-4 here, there's, even with just those 2 guys out, there's a lot more space to skate, a lot more room for clean passing, nice scoring opportunities and breakaways.
I've always said that I think anytime we go down under 5, I really believe Regis benefits it because of our skating ability. It gets that room like you talked about, creates space for us, and we can skate around more people.
Yeah, we have a lot of fast guys on this team who aren't afraid to use it, and it benefits us 4-on-4 when we have that extra space.
It's one of our greatest weapons, and it always has been for Regis. They produce great skaters. So Fort Collins comes away, gets it into neutral, gains blue line. Still trying to figure out and set something up. As he gets a quick nudge from Carter, puck comes loose. Karen Joppe tries to dump it. And now Regis is down 1 player as Fort Collins is full strength. And that'll go for 54 seconds. Regis dumps it deep and get a hold line change. Fort Collins is struggling just to get it out of the Regis zone. And they're killing this clock. 38 seconds left in the power play.
Camden Lai out here on this penalty kill now. I think this is his first shift of the night.
Got to get the speedster out there as his forward checking has been amazing. So Fort Collins can't get it even to neutral. 14 seconds, and then we'll get Manville back. Patterson. Kind of just an ice-capade out here. Just no shots, good stretch. And Manville comes out of the box.
Lots of back and forth and regrouping in each other's zones, but not a lot of scoring opportunities. No offense really being generated here. They're trying to set something up, though.
They struggled getting it out of Regis' zone.
It was a nice thanks to the back check of Eli Ash.
Yeah.
There.
So once again in the offensive zone for Regis, shot over the glove of Fort Collins goalie. It comes all the way to neutral ice. Zelo picks it up, centers it, sends it over to Schick. Schick swings his big wing and gets a stick on it. Centers it to Beck. Beck backhands off the post. Manville cleans it up, pushes, looking for Beck, but Beck had a body on him, so couldn't break loose. Here goes a D-to-D to Joppe. Joppe throws it down left of the cage. Beck can't keep it in, but Zelo's able to punch it in over the middle. Here comes Beck. So now Regis is going to have to check up as the puck goes neutral. Paranjape, good body work there. Maintains control. Tries to center it to Manville. Manville can't get a stick on it. Here comes Beck flashing in. Tries to center it. Touch up for Regis as it goes neutral. Nice little dump. Goalie there settles it down. The higher puts pressure. Peterson over the top. It goes neutral to Carter. Carter backhands to Rath. Rath stretches over here to Nico. Nico puts pressure. Loses it to Lai deep in the corner. Lai to Nico. Really nothing clean for both teams, but Regis has kept the pressure on the offensive zone.
Yes, they've done a good job controlling, but Fort Collins shutting down, doing a good job there shutting down all the offense, but kind of not able to strip them of the puck and get anything going in their own zone or even get it out of the Regis offensive zone there.
Here comes Ihaya as he swings around, trying to look for that center pass to Nico and Peterson, but Fort Collins is there to shut the door and just disrupt it. So deep in the zone for Fort Collins is there, desperately trying to take over. Battle, near board corner comes out, Patterson recovers. Patterson looks, chips it out to Nico. Nico can't get on it. Back and forth. No good control by either team. 2 for Fort Collins, finally gets a stick on it, gets hit, loses it. Has to kick it out, but Regis is quickly there to recover. Pinero. Back to Fort Collins, centering it, shot. Good save from Hernandez. He goes deep near boards. Fort Collins tries to set it to blue line and it gets through. Goalie comes out to force it in because time's running out, can't get to it.
That was a nice offensive sequence there by Fort Collins before time ran out there.
Yeah.
That was one of their only good scoring opportunities they've had on the night, aside from that shot from the slot that Filler was able to tip out. But, you know, 3 guys there in that lane. Hernandez able to see it and make that save.
Not like you said, not too many opportunities. That was probably the only one we've seen. It wasn't really impressive. I don't know what we need to do for Regis, but we're there. We just need to get pushed right over the edge. We're so close. I think we just need to work on that passing sequence. Set something up, put some traffic up front.
Yes, they have the momentum going. They're just
Absolutely.
at a little bit of a roadblock. You know, can't get anything super effective, but some good scoring chances in that first period. Like you said, though, we just got to push it, take it to the next level as we enter the second frame.
I'm going to say they're jet lag.
Yes.
And altitude. The altitude's getting them. Right, Omaha they come home for 2 days, then back out to Minnesota for 4 days. Got a full week back. I think they're good. We're typically a third period team, if you ask me. But we'll see. I know I do like what I see, and the ice is definitely tilted. We're just not putting the biscuit in the basket, like Alan Waters says.
It's a good analogy. I like it.
It's a Canadian thing.
Is it?
Yeah, he's 100%.
Really?
Yeah. He taught me everything I know. Biscuit in the basket. That's a big one. So goalie switch sides. Hernandez will be to the right, Fort Collins to the left. We have a Ash on the face-off. Face-off, Filler to the left, Lai to the right. Face-off to Fort Collins, and they dump quickly. As they're just trying to get that puck down there to create something. Their neutral zone really isn't existing right now, so I can see why they're dumping it.
Yeah, really trying to just get it in there. Hopefully someone can chase after it and get something going for Fort Collins. But yeah, like you said, they can't seem to regroup in the neutral zone without Regis getting in the way of that.
So face-off is neutral, gets to the stick of Ash. Ash turns around, sends it in to keep it in, does a good job there. Fort Collins able to get it neutral, so touch up for Regis as Lai flashes down to recover. Good speed there. Fort Collins able to get high in the corner. Filler with a big hit. Patterson pushes it in for Lai to jump it. Miller near boards. We're going to get another call.
This is a very dramatic music here they have for for power plays and penalties here.
I know, right? This once wise woman told me, if you get hit like that for number 34, Filler, the reason he got called because he bumped his noggin.
Oh, okay.
He bumped his noggin,
A
so
little bit too high there.
yeah, too high in the noggin. So now Filler hits the sin bin, face-off glove side of Hernandez, near boards battle through the stick of Fort Collins. Beck turns around and sends it deep in the corner. Here comes Schick flashing down, recovers, swings, near board. Comes all the way out for a reset as he's trying to kill this power play. Gets it to Carter. Carter just tries to stretch it out, and we get an offsides as it takes a weird bounce off a player.
Schick there did a really nice job running down the clock, though, I will say.
All the way around.
All the way around, kind of trying to make a
Around
big
the world.
circle there.
He has the wheels for it, too.
He does.
So second face-off win for Fort Collins, and they send it. Takes a wicked bounce off the glass. Manville kicks it out neutral. Here comes Ihaya trying to take it over neutral. 26 gains the blue line and loses it behind the cage. Patterson and Miller there. Miller sends it near boards, bounce. Zebra jumps over the puck. Puck gets way deep, hits the break, so this is good for Regis.
Good back check there by Miller, stripping Fort Collins of the puck there.
Yeah, look at this forward check from Ihaya. Good job there. Pressure. They send it all the way through. It gets to the blue line of Hernandez. Hernandez sends it to Joppe. Joppe then kicks it to the blue line. Fort Collins recovers. And they just send it deep just to keep it in the offensive zone as Ihaya recovers behind the cage. Joppe. Joppe kicks it. And then it gets dumped again from Zelo near boards. Tick, tick, tick. 30 seconds left on the Filler sin bin. Fort Collins goes neutral, loses it to Joppe. Joppe centers it back neutral. Back to Joppe. Loose. They set it to the blue line. 8 shot wide left. Back on Hernandez. Pad save behind the cage. Joppe recovers. Backhands it. Hand, shot, save, loose. Back to the blue line. Other shot, glove save. Wow. I don't know how he's seen that.
I don't either. He had some guys in front of him. That was very good anticipation by him.
He's all whoop.
Wow.
Woo.
Yeah, he had 2 guys directly in front of him there, but aside from that, Regis doing a good job on the back check. Very nice penalty kill, from them. We're back to full strength now, but anytime Fort Collins was trying to get something going, before you knew it, Regis had dumped it back and was forcing them to chase it.
Yeah, great kill. Regis, Blackbat shot, loose up front, back to Blackbat, pops up. Fort Collins comes away with it. They dump it neutral, but Rath is there to put a stick in the way, gets hit hard in the boards. Williams pushes it back in for Regis. Fort Collins recovers, tries to stretch. Damrath turns around and sends that. He gets hit hard. Blackbat there on the blue line, trying to keep it in, but can't. It goes neutral for Fort Collins. Fort Collins, nice centering pass. Hernandez smacks it away as it crawls towards him. Another big hit on Damrath as he hits the ice. Fort Collins on the offensive zone. Carter, Damrath. Damrath has a bullseye on him right now, man. He's getting hit by everybody. Fort Collins, blue line 26 shot. Off the waffle, Hernandez over the cage. Brenner's trying to get rid of it. Gets it far boards, and then Blackbat sends it for an icing. He had a lot of ice in front of him. I'm surprised Blackbat didn't take that. Trying to see a little bit of a
tilt.
Yeah, it's
slight, but it's there.
I think it's sloppy. I don't see some good control from Fort Collins, but the puck is on their offensive zone a little bit longer than what we're used to right now.
Yes, they've had some okay scoring opportunities, but not very good lanes. All their lanes are getting blocked by our guys and even their own defenders, so nothing really able to get through. But Hernandez doing a good job when they do get through of seeing it through the traffic and making those saves.
Yeah. So another soft shot high off the circle. Hernandez puts a glove on it, resets it, stick side face off. Beck coming away with another face off win. Keeps the puck. Gets it down to Schick. Schick has a 3-on-2, takes a shot. Good save as they're hoping for a rebound. Manville, good job jumping and crashing the net. Patterson swinging wide on the left, too.
I think that was a good decision by Schick to shoot that there. He had about 2 guys trailing him, I think.
They were flying.
Another 2, maybe 1 or 2 Fort Collins defensemen there with him, but I think if he would have tried to pass that back, Fort Collins would have been able to intercept it. So good shot by him, laying it on net.
So third face-off win of the night for Fort Collins, and they end up dumping it deep once again. Here's a whistle for icing. It'll come all the way back. But yeah, you have so much, all that momentum, speed, and pressure of 3-on-2 with some trailers. Take the shot and look for the rebound, as Manville didn't anticipated that. Good save by the goalie, but if he would have lost it, there would have been a Michael all over him. Shot, block. Patterson resets. Fort Collins comes away neutral, gets a good pass through the blue line. Miller jumps it to defend. Patterson over the top. Miller. And here comes Schick as he grabs and goes neutral. Gains the blue line. Left, turns around, tries to get it over to Manville, but can't. As Manville trailers and Fort Collins comes away neutral, blue line. Centering it. No good control there as they can't even find it. Fort Collins maintains. Cycles it behind the cage. 19 with trying to do a wraparound, but gets pressure from Zelo. Zelo to Beck. Beck neutral. Tries to put on the stick of Manville, but Fort Collins is there to take it away. They get it in the zone. Schick, neutral. He's pushing the puck. Swings it all the way around, looking for somebody over the center. Has Manville, but can't get it over to him. Manville jumps over the top to help. Nobody can find the puck. The Zebra's sitting on it. Fort Collins cycles it high. They come away, dump it neutral. Zelo chases it back. Gets pinned. Joppe helps. Manville, Peterson. Here comes over the middle. Zelo jumps it, disrupts. Fort Collins comes away, swings around, but the shot's taken away from Manville. Pinero. And we get an offsides as the puck jumps over the blue line with 2 people over.
Fort Collins trying to control in Raider territory yet again, but I do want to say Carter Schick's doing a very good job with these zone entries tonight. He's doing a good job using his speed to kind of just get in there. He's working off of Beck and Manville's playmaking ability and then just kind of driving into the zone and doing a really nice job setting things up and trying to generate some offensive pressure for the Raiders there.
It's nice to see him, give him an inch of ice and he's going to go for it. And he's pretty good about hitting it. And why wouldn't you feel comfortable with Beck and Manville trailering you, right? Put your line to the test. Shot from Pinero, just a little high off the glove of the goalie.
Yeah, nice quick shot there.
Any one of these lines I would feel comfortable, and I don't skate. I'd race down there with Peterson or Pinero, Ihaya. I'd take any one of these guys to feel like I can conquer the world, but having speed and agility like Schick does, go for it. So Peterson in the corner, backhands at Fort Collins there to intercept. Loses it, Carter from the blue line. Loose over the middle. Ihaya's trying to get a stick on it, but can't. Shot from Damrath on the blue line, goes nowhere. Ihaya back to Damrath. Damrath tries to dump it off the player, gets it back to himself. Gets immediate pressure. Fort Collins there putting some good forward pressure for their team. Not necessarily a dump, but finally they come alive in the neutral zone. cycle around, shot off their own player from number 8. And they have to reset as they're looking. Pinero. Peterson on the board. Carter. Damrath. Damrath looks up, sends it blue line. They keep it in. Push it forward, lose. Pinero. Pinero gets in the way and then chases it down. Good job for him with that forward checking. 2 comes away, blue line centers it. Pinero then intercepts, backhands, tries to get to Carter. Carter overskates it, back to Fort Collins. Peterson back checks, gets it out. Reset for Fort Collins. They stretch neutral, get it in the offensive zone, but Pinero's there to pick it up deep in the corner. Pinero, Blapat. Fort Collins comes away, high in the circle, backhand, left of the cage. Not a real shot, more of an empty pass. Blue line 26, good block there from Williams. Williams jumps it, goes neutral, blue line, 1-on-2, loses it, backhand, hits the goalie, open net. I thought something was gonna happen. Miller loses the puck. Fort Collins, no offsides, but lose it. Here comes Regis. As Blackbat dumps it for a line change. Good pressure from Regis, keeping it in the zone. Lai, Peterson, Williams, correction. D-to-D, shot from the blue line, saved loose. Brenner picks it up, cycles. Lai helps him recover. Lai, blue line, shot, saved, loose. Brenner, they're trying to jump it and get something back in. Puck remains in the zone for Regis. Miller takes a shot off the stick. Goalie comes away out for a glove.
Yeah, Fort Collins goalie finally holding that. Seems he had 2 shots on him before that he had control of. Could have kept the rebound to halt Regis's momentum there, but at that point he finally just said, I'm going to glove it.
Oh, this third period is getting heavier and heavier.
It is, yes.
8 minutes in the second period. Fort Collins, 4th faceoff win. They get it to neutral. It bounces around. They get it into the zone. Patterson picks it up, controls it, looks for the pass, tries to get it to Filler. It bounces neutral. Lai then dumps it. Filler chases it down behind the cage, overskates it. Back to Fort Collins. They can't control. Patterson shot off a player. It comes out, so Regis going to touch up. Zelo dumps it back in. We get a line change for Regis. As Fort Collins gets on the stick. Good hit from Ash. Fort Collins having a problem trying to get it out. Ash down to Manville. Manville backhand to Carter. Oh, what a save.
Schick was alone there right in the crease. He was ready to shove it in. I don't think he got his stick right where he wanted to on that puck, but if he did, he would have been able to elevate it right over the goalie's pad there.
I'm sure he would like that one back. He was sitting pretty. Good pass from Manville to Schick, man. It's good to see those two doing the communication without talking and just getting that good pass. Ah, Schick. I thought we had it. 7-10, second period. Face-off, stick side of Fort Collins goalie. Mr. Beck. Schick to the right, Manville to the left. Here's Peterson. Peterson looking for Pinero. Pinero to Peterson, D-to-D. Schick tries to get to Manville off the foot of Fort Collins. Fort Collins gets it, loses it to Manville. Manville cycles it low to Schick. Schick looks back to Manville. Manville, Peterson. Peterson shoots off the defender, back to Peterson. Pinero, D-to-D, back to Peterson. Down low, gets through the crowd. Beck, Pinero. Beck back up to Peterson. Good passing here for Regis. Down low for Schick. Schick tries to shimmy.
Hernandez will come off.
Yep, as we have a delayed penalty here, so we'll get a 6-on-5, and the goalie puts a glove on it.
You can see even with that power play Regis had initially, Odd again going with the five forwards. They were doing a really nice job there cycling the puck, too. It was a nice lane there from Peterson to Manville to get it stretching the ice.
So we have 2 in the box for Fort Collins. I'm not sure. We're scratching our head. I don't remember 7 going in the box, but he has 113 on 7 and 157 on 26. Filler takes a shot high in the circle. Glove save for Fort Collins.
No,
I don't know how I missed that one. I don't remember hearing a whistle.
And the only reason I noticed is because I saw that we had 5 forwards out there again, and I thought,
Yeah,
well, that's something.
I was going to mention that.
That would be a questionable choice if it was 5 on 5, and then I looked at the board and I was like, oh.
So right now the theme of the night is if we go up a player in the power, we're going to put more forwards out there to put the pressure. So puck comes out. Hernandez settles it down for Jape. The high end Filler settled back. Brenner trails, picks up the puck, goes neutral, shimmy, shake. Gains the blue line shot from Ihaya. Nice little dump pass from Brenner to Ihaya.
Brenner not really very well defended there. He kind of was able to enter the zone, skated
Easily
through about 3 different defensemen.
I'm surprised he dumped it back.
Got blocker side and then dumped it into the slot for Ihaya. A nice save by Fort Collins goalie there.
So battle in the corner. Regis comes away with it. Brenner swings it out. Jape goes D to Filler. Back to Jape. Back to Filler. Shot off the stick of Blabat as he's trying to redirect it. Here's Brenner. Point for Jape. Back to Brenner. Brenner pushes. Settles down for a split second, which allowed people to kind of see where he was coming from and took a late shot.
Yeah, Brenner holding that puck for maybe a little bit too long. I think he did have to settle it a little bit. It might have been rolling when it got to him. He was trying to pick that top shelf there.
For a second, I thought he was looking for somebody else, but you're right. He was trying to settle it to get a top shelf shot. So face off just on the inside of the blue line as Beck gets it over to Manville. Back to Beck. Beck shot off 11, keeps it, looks for Manville, swings around, Manville settles back. Nico Pinero picks it up and sends it far side. Fort Collins gains a player. Pinero, can't get a stick on it. That would have been a great shot.
A little bit, didn't get nearly as much on it as he wanted to, but we're kind of cycling through 2 power play units here, made up of 10 different forwards.
27 seconds left on the power play for Regis. Somebody loses a stick for Fort Collins. Regis has the puck. Pinero, quick little shot off of Peterson's pass, and the goalie's able to step up.
Peterson and Pinero also working well together tonight in good anticipation from Pinero. As Peterson was behind the net there, he knew that puck was coming to him, and he was ready to take the shot.
Pinero's that player, I tell you again, he just makes everybody better. And then Peterson being on this incredible play and just better every time I see him. So those two together, it's a great matchup. Puck comes out deep. Hernandez settles back, kicks it near boards, comes all the way through to the blue line. Pinero's there to pick it up, hands it off to Miller. Miller to Beck, full strength for Fort Collins. Here comes Beck around the cage, centers it to Manville, loses it. Oh, whiff on the pass from Schick, and we got a whistle.
Good drive there by Beck. He was kind of trying to tuck it short side there under the glove. And then that rebound came away. Manville gave it over to Schick, and Schick not able to convert there. So
the cage comes off the ice, so they blow a whistle for that. So pressure still generated by Regis as the puck gets dumped behind the cage. Ash there to pick it up, dumps it to Lai. Lai then sends it high in the corner. Fort Collins desperately trying to get away with it, but Regis is jumping everything right now. They're doing a great job with that forward pressure. Puck goes neutral, and Filler has to dump it to get a reset and a quick touch-up. It comes through, goes neutral. Miller stops it, sends it deep off the back of the cage. Fort Collins comes away with it. Great pressure from Ash as he takes the puck away. Miller takes a shot off the stick of 9. 9 stops it. Didn't even know the puck was going to hit his stick. Just kind of a lucky drop from him. Puck down near boards. Miller can't keep it in. It gets through the stick. Rath has to chase it down. 3:23 second period. Still 0-0. Puck goes neutral off the stick. Gets in deep. Williams chases it down. Near boards for Fort Collins. Fort Collins goes neutral. struggling to get to the neutral zone. Quickly, Regis takes over. Hernandez settles back, hits Brenner. Joppe there to kind of slow things down to allow Hernandez to get back in the cage. Here's Brenner. Williams chips it to neutral. Blackbat cycles it back to Williams. Williams, loses the puck as he had an open lane straight to the net. Back to Williams. Fort Collins. Patterson keeps it in with the backhand. Fort Collins steps up, gets neutral. Here's a 1-on-3. Fort Collins can't do nothing with it. Patterson comes away, looking down range, and he sends it on net. That hit the pole. And we get an icing. Did you hear that? Did you hear it hit the pole?
I did, yes.
Yeah. What do you do? 2:18, second period, 0-0. Very interesting game here. Like I said, the last time we played, it was only a 1 point.
It's close. It always is close when we play Fort Collins. You know, team way up north, you wouldn't think these two teams would have such a good matchup against each other, but they always do. It's consistent.
Here comes Peterson, neutral, 1-on-1, shot saved. This goalie has played amazing for Fort Collins. I think he's probably had 4 times as many shots as we have.
A lot of these shots, though, I've noticed, too, our guys are shooting it right into him. He doesn't have to,
do much,
a whole lot. He just has to hug the puck, control the rebound. It goes right into his bread basket. But, he's doing a good job there with the rebounds, and our guys are doing a good job getting shots away.
So face off again, shot from the blue line for Patterson. Another save for 31 of Fort Collins. Just over 2 minutes, second period. Face-off left side of Fort Collins. Regis comes away with the face-off. Ihaya, Peterson. Peterson looking. Gets it to Pinero. They go D to D. Shot from Zelo. Loose up front as the goalie just throws a pad and gets a great save.
That was a good save. Zelo,
that was great.
Zelo shooting it from the near side. Lots of traffic out there, able to make the pad safe. He kicks it away, and he kind of kicks it into a rebound. We had a guy right there, I think it was Pinero, who was there ready to kind of get a stick on it, elevate it, get it up and over. But goalie kind of dove on top of it there to cover it and halt that play.
So Zelo gets it at the blue line, dumps it down low for Ihaya. Ihaya comes away, scrambling, cycles in, gets it over Pinero, shot. Kind of wide to the right, gets a defender over the middle. Fort Collins then dumps it neutral as they struggled for neutral play. Regis seems to shut the door in the neutral zone. Here comes Peterson over the top for, Manville loose as the goalie makes another great save. Back to Zelo. Zelo takes a shot wide left. Patterson protects, keeps it in. Fort Collins comes away with it but loses it quickly. Manville scrambling. Under a minute for play in the second period. Neutral zone puck here. Manville trying to battle and keep it in. Gets through. Back to neutral.
Delayed penalty here on the Raiders. Fort Collins goalie comes out from his cage. It's 6-on-5. Regis will touch up there.
It's pointing at Manville.
This goalie here now, just as I say, we're shooting it right into him. Now we're starting to get these scoring opportunities that would catch most goalies we play off guard, kind of shooting it. We're liking far side right now, I'm going to say.
He's warmed up, I'm telling you. He's been playing. So Manville hits the send bin. Face-off goes to Regis as it comes off the glove side of Hernandez. Miller there in the corner. Fort Collins trying to set up a center pass, but they just can't control the ice. Miller sends it out. Fort Collins keeps it in. Good job there for Fort Collins. Back to the blue line. They go D to D. Shot in the crowd. Pad save from Hernandez. Puck comes loose across the near boards. Beck picks it up, looking for Schick. Can't get it to him as Fort Collins keeps it in. Joppe does a weird kick out to the far corner, keeps it out, and then goes up and battles. There's the end of 2.
That second period expires. Fort Collins will have a minute and 20, the man advantage as we head into the third.
This is Manville's second sin bin visit. He got a 2-night stay, didn't he?
He did. Booked a couple nights in there.
So 0-0, ice tilting in Regis's favor. It's been swinging a couple of times back to Fort Collins. Hopefully we see some good changes. What would you like to see coming back? What do you think will be the difference maker for us?
I think trying to deceive the back check. I think that's what's making this game is the back check of both teams, because both of these teams are able to get a forecheck going, establish a zone, kind of control in the zone, but none of these good scoring opportunities are coming away, and I think it is because both teams are doing such a good job closing off lanes, doing everything they can to just shut down the offense. And I want to talk about the goalies too. I mean, this Fort Collins goalie obviously facing a lot more shots than Hernandez here, but he's been doing a really good job. That last shot we had on him, the kind of from the side of the post, centering, quick pass, that'll work 9 times out of 10 for us. And he was able to read that, anticipate that, and shut that down. And Hernandez too, not facing nearly as many shots, but you watch his positioning when Fort Collins is in the zone. He's hugging the post, not leaving any gaps there, even when the puck is far deep in the corner, because you never know when that can come away, and they can try to tap it short side. And doing a good job just getting his glove up too when he can see a shot coming that is going to go high. He wants to catch it.
You know, I don't think I'm going to ask you that question no more. I'm going to lose my job. No, I totally agree with that. It was really good. I'll keep it short and sweet as we go on a break. I'm going to say if Regis can keep up with this neutral zone play, they've been amazing in the neutral zone. And if we can get some blue line shots from defenders, like I always say.
Yes.
Come on,
We're not
defenders.
getting a lot of those tonight, but Patterson's had a few. Carter had one early. And you think usually with games tied at zip, they're boring games, which this is not. There's been a lot of good, especially after that second 5-on-3 that Regis had, a lot of good kind of passing and scoring opportunities. It's not a boring game. It's just that back check, and these goalies are doing such a good job shutting everything down.
Like I said, neutral zone play, and come on, D. Let's get these Makar shots going, right? I think we'll come away. Traffic up front, shot from the blue line.
Yes.
All right, you guys, we're going to take a quick break as we clean this ice, and we'll see you guys in 10. And we're back. Frame 3, quarter 3. It's the third quarter of a 3-period game.
Yep.
0-0, nothing else matters, right? 1 period.
Like you said, a third period team here.
We typically are, especially at a 0-0, with our skating ability. But it doesn't help that we have number 26 in the sin bin for 120. But we're pretty good about killing this play, so we get him back out, and then we're back to Flash. So it looks like Ash on the face-off. Center ice. Fort Collins comes away with the win. They reset. Ash putting pressure. Fort Collins, you can see them trying to settle things down for some clean looks. They get it neutral, getting blue line. And we have an offsides immediately, which doesn't help for them, right?
No.
They take all that time to set it up, they're pretty much killing their own penalty play, and then get an offsides.
Yeah, running down the clock on their own penalty here. Just trying to get something going, and then they go offsides.
The high on the face-off as the face-off is just inside the blue line. Scramble, back to Fort Collins neutral. They dump it down near boards. Patterson picks it up, kicks it out. Doesn't come out clean. Back to the blue line for Fort Collins. They cycle it down low. 15. Back to point. 26. As he blindsides, backhands it. Point takes a shot. Pad save Hernandez. Puck comes all the way out neutral, so Fort Collins is forced to come out. Good reset for Regis. Pressure. Fort Collins gets it clean through neutral, dumps it down the offensive zone. Ihaya picks it up. Has tons of time. Centers it over to Lai. Lai backhands to nobody. Chases it down. Gets it neutral. Fort Collins picks it up. 13 seconds left in the power play as Manville's chomping at the bit with his glove over the glass. Beck swings hard and fast. Schick over the top. Fort Collins interrupts. Beck has to settle it down. Gets loose but picks it back up. A little scary moment, and we're back to full strength for Regis. He stretches to Schick, blue line. Fort Collins just seems to be in the way. And they go offensive. And Miller puts a big stick, takes it away, gets it to Beck. Beck comes out, center ice, stretches over to Manville off the stick. Manville has something set up as he's looking center. Schick and Manville in the corner. Back to Manville. Manville comes along the boards, dumps it to Schick. Schick pushes. Puck comes out. Hernandez sets it up for Schick. Zelo. Zelo dumps it, tries to stretch, gets to the stick of Manville. Fort Collins is able to recover. Beck putting some pressure. Schick over the backside, centers it to Beck. Manville loose. Beck squeezes one out. Loses it. Blue line. Patterson. Patterson dumps it down and gets in the net.
That would have been a good look for Beck there. He was alone, had a clear, very wide open lane at the bottom of the circle there, but guy able to get on him just in time to get in the way of that shot.
So face off inside the blue line, Brenner. Brenner to Patterson. Patterson cycles over to Damrath. Damrath centers the ice. Gets loose, has to dump it in deep. Blackbat chases down with Brenner as they trap it behind the ice. Blackbat goes blue line for Rath. Rath cycles it back down through the skates of Blackbat. Williams there to help out, takes it, cycles it back. Loose, Brenner. Back to the blue line, Damrath. Damrath dumps it down. Off of Brenner, back to Damrath. Little ping pong action. Damrath goes blue to Patterson. He keeps it in to Brenner. Brenner takes a hard hit. Williams. He loses an edge, goes down. Fort Collins comes out. They stretch it. There's a 2-on-2 for Fort Collins, but good pressure from Damrath as he pinches. Puck swings around, loose. Blackbat picks it up. Gets hit from behind and loses the puck.
That
We're going to
like
call
a little bit of a cross check to me.
And now Regis is going to go up on the power play as Blackbat Gets a nice free sample of the near board.
That was actually a boarding call.
Yeah.
Ref punched his open hand.
21 for Fort Collins hits the sin bin. And we're going to get a face-off stick side of the goalie for Fort Collins as Beck takes the face-off. Let's see if we get something going here. 5-on-4 in favor of Regis as Beck wins the face-off. Manville comes screaming down, centers it, but gets to the stick of Beck. Patterson, Nico to Manville, back to Nico, shot wide right of the goal. Nobody in front. Peterson, Manville pushes, swings around. Back to the blue line for Beck. Beck loses the puck, and Fort Collins is able to dump it into the bench.
Beck kind of whiffed on that pass there. He would have had it getting into the corner.
And that's typically not Beck either, so I think
maybe a little bit of frustration. Kind of saw him throwing his head back there as he skated into the face-off. They're doing a good job. They're getting offense. They're getting scoring chances. This is a tall goalie. He's going to shut down anything he can see, and that's what he's done so far tonight, yes.
So Fort Collins is able to dump the puck out. Hernandez settles it down. Peterson picks it up, cycles it to Nico. Nico sits behind the cage, head up, looking for the pass. Gets it to Schick or Do. Schick, blue line, middle, back to Beck. Beck loses, can't get a clean shot. Blue line, trying to keep it in, backhands it to Schick. Schick loses it, it comes out, so now Regis has to do a touch-up. Pinero to Peterson, D to D. Peterson tries to dump it over the center, but it gets interfered and back out. 21 is still in the sin bin for 50 seconds. As Regis tries to set something up. Here comes Ihaya screaming down near boards. Swings in all the way around. Loses good contact, so has to check up and look. Centers it. Filler gets a stick, shot, save. A little bit of traffic there. I didn't expect him to shoot.
But that was a nice sequence there, and it was kind of started by Reese Peterson back in his own zone. Made a no-look pass over to Ihaya. Ihaya took it down the boards, and then does a good job getting it to Filler. Eventually, Filler getting that shot away, but the goalie, even through that traffic, able to see it.
So as the goalie's asking for water, they're trying to figure out where to put his water jug. He gets a face-off stick side with Brenner. Brenner wins the battle. Filler shot. Goal!
Jake Filler!
Filler!
Shot that just a little bit ago. Obviously saved, and then able to pick that top corner there.
I think he throws everybody up, wins the face-off. He kicks off blue line, and then he just sends it.
Yeah,
I don't think
right
the goalie.
Off the face-off there.
Yeah, the goalie did not expect that as he checks up, looks left.
He didn't expect him to shoot that. He tried to get his blocker up there to make that save, but it just went right over. So we're able to tap that in.
Back to action, face-off center ice as Regis comes away with it. Ash on the face-off is able to keep it in. Live battling now. Fort Collins dumps it deep. Wow, what a shot. I did not expect that.
Goalie there screened by his own guy, too. His own guy got in the way of him seeing that, and he wasn't able to get his blocker high enough to the point where he could save it. So 1-0 Raiders, 11:42 to go in the game.
Oh, loose puck over the top of the goalie. He's able to stomp it out. It's Filler time. Filler.
Right on the doorstep there. Again, another one of his own guys right out in front before he made that save, but he just wanted to cover it.
Filler had an open shot and just took it, and it paid off. So Jake Filler, 1-0.
Saw that little bit of a lane at the top.
Huge lane.
Took it, converted.
That's all that matters, right?
Mm-hmm.
So puck comes screaming out for favor to Fort Collins as they try to recover behind the cage. Good pressure from Regis with Zelo and Miller all over everything. Zelo, Miller, Beck up, putting some pressure. Comes out to the point, shot off a Schick. Fort Collins places it, hand places it. Tries to send it over the middle, nobody there. Back to the blue line, shot, glove save, loose. Oh, outside of the post as Hernandez is struggling to get back up loosely as the puck bounces everywhere. He's able to recover. Zelo, get in front, somebody outright. Far side, other shot, far right. And Schick punches it through, goes neutral. Here comes Schick with Manville on the left. Schick, shot, loose. Oh, and Schick gets hit hard in the corner, no call. Manville comes sliding in like he's sliding into home plate, but it's because he had contact.
Yes.
Wow.
Schick trying to deke out the goalie there too, just a little bit. The goalie able to get his pad out to save that there. And even before Schick was able to break out of the zone. Scary sequence there.
I wish.
Hernandez.
Yeah.
Made the initial save, rebound came loose, he was down, slid right through the paint without ever crossing the goal line, and then he was sprawled on his back, couldn't get up, and Fort Collins tried to take that sharp angle shot while he was still down and just went off the side of the post, so lucky break there for the Raiders.
I don't know if it was just me, but I felt like that puck was skipping and looking at Elijah as it just crossed over the paint like you said. I was like, ah. But we get back down to action as we get no goal for Fort Collins, but they're putting some crazy pressure here. Regis keeping it in their zone. Nico Pinero dumps it in. Peterson in the corner gets a hit. Nico over the top to help. Back to Nico. Nico's up. Swings in. Looking for Peterson in the corner as he gets hit. Peterson centers it to Ihaya. Ihaya shot wide right of the cage. It comes out. Ihaya there trying to recover, and 11 steps up and puck comes kicked out really loosely in front of the goalie, and he's able to recover.
Started to get a little handsy there as Ihaya was trying to drive the net.
Yeah.
Looked like he was going to get around him. He kind of let go of the stick a little bit, trying to just strip Ihaya of the puck and started pushing him up top a little bit.
Breathe. Brenner on the face-off. Fort Collins comes away with it as they swing farboard. Trying to get it in neutral. Williams keeps it in, but then it quickly comes neutral. Back to Fort Collins as they're trying to set something up. They get it neutral finally. Joppe jumps back, recovers. Kicks it over to Miller, gets the stick of Miller. Fort Collins grabs. They look over the top circle, dumps it back down deep. Joppe there with some good coverage. Brenner to help. Brenner takes a hard hit.
No call there.
No call there. Brenner's back up, but now we get a call on something. As I think it was a late call. As Hernandez is trying to scream off. Brenner's looking, trying to figure out which is north and south.
That's what I said there. He didn't even have the puck. He was just standing there and got absolutely bodied into the boards.
And Brenner took a hard hit. He was confused. You can see it. I think his helmet was on backwards, and he's talking to the glass. So face-off glove side of Fort Collins as Regis comes away with it. Blue line. Fort Collins punches it in neutral. Peterson settles back. Look for the pass to Pinero. Pinero settles to Beck. Beck goes neutral, dumps it. Gets it to Manville. Manville backhands it. Traps it, so we keep it in. Here comes Schick, Manville to the left. Shot off the helmet of the goalie. And he starts punching his helmet. I don't know why he did that.
Schick here trying to break up a dispute between Manville and number 9 for Fort Collins. Things heating up here. Fort Collins getting a little bit frustrated, I think, on the penalty kill. They know they're down. 8:50 to go in the final frame. This face-off will come back into Raider territory.
So the board says 12 for Regis in the sin bin, but it's 17 as Ian Beck is in the glass box. Or was that Zelo? I don't think it was. I think that's Beck, correct?
That is what it looks like to me.
Okay. So 4-on-4 action now. Benefits Regis, if you ask me. Patterson pushes the blue line, comes through, loses the puck, gains control. Ash over the top to help, goes blue center, Fort Collins takes over, chips it neutral. Lai takes a hit to the near boards and coughs up the puck. Zelo chases it, puts a shoulder in the boards. Patterson to Ash. Ash over the middle of the Lai. Here comes Zippity Doodah. Zip right, around. Centers it to Ash. Oh, Ash has to hit the brakes hard. Can't get a good shot, so Patterson takes over blue line, cycles it around. Good luck, good pass from Lai.
Yeah, Ash did a good job anticipating that. He just overskated it a little bit. But yeah, Lai using his speed that he is so well known for. on this team to establish the zone. He was going to try to drive the net there, but he knew he had no lane. He could see that. Went into the corner, dumped it back for Ash.
Face off stick side of Fort Collins. Brenner takes it. Fort Collins comes away with it as they dump it neutral, and it goes scream into the backboard, and we get an icing.
Skated right that puck flew right between Luke Miller and the boards there. Surprised Miller wasn't able to get a stick on it before it went for an icing. Not a bad thing, though, for the Raiders, able to reset in their own zone. Face off here will go to Brenner.
So there's a difference between penalties of 23 seconds. So Fort Collins will be on the power play for 23 seconds. 28 seconds left on their power play, 50 on ours. Regis still maintains puck possession. Here comes Rath pushing the puck. Shot off the glove. Far wall. Miller picks it up, dumps it in. Cycles back. Here comes Brenner. Centers it to High. I can't get a clean look on it. High grabs it. Goes again a second shot, but Fort Collins is in the way, and they send it high in the net. So we'll get another face-off.
2 quick shots there by Damarath, actually. Had one right from the middle of the blue line there. It looked like it was going to land on net, and then two Regis guys and the Fort Collins player got in the way of it before it could hit the net, trying to regroup in the corner there. And then another good sequence by Brenner.
So face-off for Nico Pinero, stick side of Fort Collins. Fort Collins comes away with the face-off near boards. Now they center it. Fort Collins is at full strength, so they got 20 seconds to try to create something. They lose the puck in their zone. No good control as it bounces around. Regis soft shot, pad save Fernandez left side of the cage. They reset. 7 seconds left in the power play. Good pressure from Jape. They send it out. Blue line. They called it safe, but it looked like it came out to me. I may be wrong. Fort Collins deep in the corner. Jape, Patterson. And we're full strength. So 5-on-5 action. Fort Collins is there to maintain. Here comes Pinero with Beck up front. Back to Pinero. Beck loses, centers it to Pinero, loses it. Fort Collins takes over. Good look there, but just not as clean as it should be. Jape takes a shot from the blue line off a defender, loose up front on top of the circle. Jape grabs, resets, swings it back. 6:13 in the third period. Jape to Beck. Deep in the corner. Beck chases it down. Peterson down low. Fort Collins tries to clear it. And they get it neutral. Zilo's there. They're quickly to punch it back in. Schick over the top. Fort Collins. Struggling to get it out, but we just can't set anything up right now. Good hit from Beck deep in the corner. Schick, Manville, Miller. Puck goes neutral. Zilo chasing it down deep. Gets it, gets hit hard as he loses it. Miller over the top, takes it. Beck gliding. Here comes Schick at the blue line. Can't get a stick on it. It gets behind Hernandez. Zilo. Schick. Loose. Back to Zilo. Zilo's trying to stretch. Too much sauce on that one. And hey, we get an icing.
Beck there in his last shift had a really good opportunity to center it to Pinero. He lost the puck again, which is something we're not used to seeing from him. He's lost it a couple times tonight, especially in this third period. But yeah, he took that time to settle the puck after he lost it. And at that point, you know, Fort Collins had time to read what he was going to do and see that he really had no choice at the angle he was at but to center it to Pinero. And by that time, a Fort Collins player were able to get in front of that pass to Pinero and defend it before Pinero could just tap it in. I mean, he was right in the crease there, too.
You know what I think it is? I think Beck is just skating hard.
He is.
He's pushing it, man. He's a pusher. And he's over skating and just getting in front of the puck. Second too quick. We need that push, though, so I like what Beck is doing. So puck loosely hitting the blue line. Can't come out for Fort Collins. Brenner is there to chase it down. Tries to kick it out, but can't. Fort Collins jumps it. Blackback keeps it in. Back to Brenner. Battling deep in the corner. Nice little scrum here. Fort Collins gains position. Still can't get it out clean, so good possession for Regis there as they get a wholesale line change. Fort Collins near board, blue line. Shot from center ice. Hernandez settles it, kicks it out to Joppe. Joppe tries to stretch it to Filler. Filler gets a hand on it, deep. Ash behind him, Bly over the top. Filler. As the puck bounces around freely, Fort Collins comes out neutral. Blue line dumps to Hernandez, and he just settles it. Smart play. Too late in the game to let one get by at 3:48.
It is. You could see there the last time that puck landed on net for Hernandez. He held it for a second. He was thinking about whether or not
He
to let
looked
it
up.
go. He did. He did. But, you know, he saw Perrin
Nope.
Joppe there with no one on him.
He said,
Figured
nope.
it was safe.
Yeah.
To let that puck go, give it to Perrin Joppe, and that was a good decision by him. Good read.
You know, everybody has to make decisions on the ice, but to make that decision as a goalie, do I place it? Do I settle it? Do I kick it out? That's split second. So good job for Hernandez of just saying, no, too late. We're up 1-0. Let's just keep momentum. Has Ash in the corner. Zebra jumps the puck. Joppe fans on the blue line, and it comes out as Ash is trying to keep it in. Can't. Joppe settles it. Stretches to Peterson. Peterson over the center to Ihaya. Ihaya can't get a good clean look as he gets hit. Cycles it around. Pinero. Back to Pinero. Shot, glove save. Not a clean look, but at this point.
That's a tough place to shoot it from. You're
Yeah.
right in the middle of that far side circle there.
Especially being right-handed and swinging in the way he was.
Yes.
It was straight, though.
He had guys on him, but,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of that times that shot will go high or wide, but Pinero at least able to get it on net, so good job done by him.
Just under 3 minutes. Ihaya takes the face-off. Fort Collins comes away with it. Scrum deep in the corner, Peterson. There goes Nico chasing it down, trying to keep it in, gets through him. Zelo sends it in strong. Fort Collins comes away with it, backhands it neutral. They're trying to get it in. Lose it, Patterson. Good battle there. Peterson. Pinero settles back, gets a body in the way. Hernandez going post to post. Fort Collins swings it. Good stick from Ihaya as he settles it near boards. Hit from Pinero on 19. Good hitting from Regis as they're slowing this passing down, and Fort Collins can't set anything up. Let's hit. Ihaya. Neutral. Peterson to the left. Ihaya dumps it, skates around a player. Peterson behind him, trailing him. Ihaya skates through. Good patience there. Centers it for Beck. Beck can't get a good look. Loose. Fort Collins comes away with it. Beck chases it down. They get it to the blue line. Dump it neutral. Miller there to try to disrupt. They dump it deep. Here they come. Regis swinging. Damrath neutral. Gets it taken away. Fort Collins. Good hit from Miller. 16. Swings around. Looking to center it. Bad shot, hard, wide left. Hernandez can't even get a look on it because it's so far out of the cage. Good hit from Beck, back to Miller. Quick pass from Miller, then he sits on it, 1:10.
Fort Collins goalie coming out of the net. They have a sixth man coming on the ice with 1:06 left to go. Shot
high. Puck gets out of the zone, so here comes Schick jumping it.
Schick with the empty net.
Manville.
Sharp
Skull.
angle. That was a tough angle he had to shoot it from, too.
Oh, wow. I didn't think he was going to take a shot. I thought he had it back to Manville, and he sends it far right and just hooks it in.
He does. He had a guy on him, too, there, so nice job getting that puck around him.
Manville just sitting by himself. Like, I could have helped you.
Yeah,
Schick's
by
like,
the time...
I got this.
By the time he got to that puck, that was a tough angle to put it in, even with no goalie. He had
So 2-0.
an inch or two of room.
Yeah, right? 2-0 Regis. 56 seconds left. Fort Collins puts the goalie back in. Regis wins the battle on the ice. Joppe dumps it deep. Fort Collins picks it up. They're pushing hard. Regis able to cycle it back in and keep it in the zone. Williams. Back to Fort Collins. Good jump by Balabat as he centers it. Nobody there. Fort Collins comes away, goes neutral. Patterson disrupts, gets it to Brenner. Brenner cycles back, dumps it. Trying to get it to Blackbat. 20 seconds left. Foco trying everything they can. Regis is skating. Sending around 10 seconds. Williams. Step up. Good interference. Brenner backhands it neutral. 2 seconds. 1-0. 2-0 Regis as they come away with a shutout.
Hernandez, you know what number shutout that is for him on the season?
Not sure.
I want to say 3-ish.
I think so. 2 or 3. Good one coming back from this out-of-state play.
That third period
team
that you mentioned at the beginning of the game. Miller hyping up
his buddy, his stepbrother,
there.
as they call each other stepbrothers.
Yes, that goalie tandem is very strong.
They're weird dudes, but goalies are weird. Good play from Regis. Good play from Fort Collins. As far as Fort Collins goes, standout play from that goalie. Kept him in. If you look at Regis' side, I'm going to have to give player of the game to Jake Filler, taking that open shot, getting that 1-0 lead.
Yes.
What do you think?
Yeah, Filler, I think Panero. I mean, this is the first time I've seen him play.
He's hard not to recognize, right?
He is. He's very good with his hands, and he's done a very good job. I mean, just using his speed, using his skating ability to get around people, set up plays. And Carter Schick, too. Obviously, that empty netter.
Yeah.
But good forechecks by him, especially in the second period. I want to say he did a really good job establishing the zone, getting those zone entries, and did a really good job kind of reading whether to shoot it or pass it and making the right decision when he had to make those decisions.
So, Gabby, welcome back.
Thank you.
What a way to come back.
Yeah.
2-0 Regis over Fort Collins. Tomorrow, Regis battles out with Valor.
Always my favorite game of the year.
I think it is for everybody. But again, tomorrow, Christian Valor, Regis at the Ice Ranch, 7 o'clock. You guys tune in. Or 7:45 is what I'm hearing now. Correction on my end. You're right. 6:45? 6:45 as Mr. Shaw's pointing at me.
I was going to say, I looked at the schedule this week and I thought it was 6:45.
So Ice Ranch tomorrow, 6:45, Regis versus Valor Christian. That's going to be a shootout. Please tune in. It's going to be a great one. Welcome everybody back from this out-of-state play. Here we go. Gabby, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.